Portugal, there's a YouTube show full of fun facts you need to know.
Hola, bon dia, alegria. Munson here with Good Morning Portugal show, the live stream and the podcast. Yes, it's a live stream today. Language and culture Q&A with Filomena, of course. Where are you headed? It was about, I think it was only last week. Time is flying. We're all doing so much, aren't we, at the moment? It was only last week that Filomena joined us over at Expats Portugal. Last Thursday. Yeah, last night's was amazing as well. That was the citizenship update. Some clarity on where we're at with this, although obviously not complete clarity because the government have yet to decide what they're going to do about it. But Daniel and Rodolfo of Raising Pelicano were excellent last night. And a week ago last night, Filomena was telling us about her top 5 picks for places to go this summer here in Portugal. So we can add to that. And if you want to let us know yourself where you're thinking of going, I've also got a nice new feature from the Portugal Club, courtesy of Barak, who's one of our members over there. He started a new business, which is a travel agency business, which might be of interest to you as well. Going out of Portugal, as well as being here in Portugal, which is what we're going to discuss with Filomena this morning. So stick around. We'll be here for at least 30 minutes, maybe up to an hour. We'll see how it goes, see how many of the gang turn up and chat with us this morning. And if you've got any questions today, do pop them in the chat about language and culture, because of course with the changes to the law of citizenship, there's likely to be cultural as well as linguistic questioning. So thank goodness we've got Filomena in our faculty here, who I'm sure will be training and teaching people about the culture as well as the language in the years ahead, as people will need to get up to speed to pass their citizenship exam here in Portugal. We might have to ask her about that as well. She can't join us on the screen until we've played her theme tune, of course.
Filomena Friday. I need to learn the language to put me at ease. Filomena Friday. It's gonna take time learning Portuguese. Filomena Friday. I get confused nearly every day. Filomena Friday. How do I know which verb is okay? Filomena Friday. Practice those words so loud and clear. Filomena Friday. On a Filomena Friday, it's a day of cheer. Filomena Friday. Tripsforbrits@gmail.com.
Woohoo! Let's bring her onto the screen. Filomena Friday.
Olá, bom dia, alegria. Olá, bom dia a todos.
Bom dia, bom dia. Tudo bem, Filomena?
Tudo bem. E contigo, Carlitos?
I don't know how to say, as we were saying before, but muito chuva aqui em São Martinho do Porto.
Uhum. Aqui não está a chover, mas está o céu nublado.
Excelente. A relief from the relentless heat in central Portugal.
Muito, sim. Muito bom, muito bom.
Oh, I'm so pleased for you. Yes, so no more midnight swims for the time being.
1 a.m.
Yes, you're in your pool cooling down at 1 a.m., right?
Well, it was 28 degrees at 1 a.m., so I had to go to the pool. Yeah.
What is going on? What is going on? You have a song for... Of course she does. She's got her own song. Gina, great to see you here. And Gemini as well. Love
Thanks
this.
to Owen. Thanks to Owen.
Yes, Owen's dulcet tones there. So morning to you, Owen, who celebrated a birthday. It was his birthday a week ago today, 4th of July, is Owen's birthday. So I suspect he had a great time with his birthday. And hello, Filomena from Gemini Bradshaw.
Hola.
We know other Gumpers are watching, so do say hi and get those questions in, language and culture. But we've got to revisit, have we not? Before we talk about these wonderful places to visit in Portugal, we need to revisit your Marchas Populares. How did it go? Because we haven't seen you since then. You were getting ready, weren't you, last time we spoke to you?
Yes, last time I was just getting ready to do it. And yeah, it went fine, very good. And we had lots and lots of people watching. We had also 2 groups from Lisbon also joining us in the parade. And it went on and on and on until very, very late.
Of course.
I went home at about 2:30 because I was already a bit tired by 2:30. But my friends from some of the members of the marches from Casa do Povo, they went home at about 5.
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's quite
But
normal, of course, isn't it? So
here we
okay,
are.
you make the
Here we
paper.
are in
Interesting.
local paper, and
Yeah.
this is the group, and this is the lyrics that we have sung, and
Great.
a text about us,
Yes.
and all the names involved in the marches. And as you can see, there are some foreign names as well.
That's lovely. Yes, I can see a Deborah Hartley in there. That doesn't sound like a Portuguese name. And Davis and Martins. Yes, that's a Portuguese one. Wow, very,
Martin, yeah.
very
So
good.
we have Benjamin Ban. We have let me look. Annie Hamilton Gibney. You know
Oh,
Annie.
of course, yes.
Karen. You know Karen. Karen
Yep.
Barton.
Very good.
We have Jessica. Oh, the surname is so hard. Swansborough.
Swansborough. Swansborough. I'm guessing.
Jessica
Yeah,
Swansborough.
that's a great name, isn't it?
And Deborah Hartley, and then Tim McCaffrey. You know Mac.
Yes, of course.
So Tim McCaffrey, and then Joshua Lloyd Charles, and Martin Swansborough, Buck Stoneman, Tony Mitchell. So a few names that are included in our local newspaper
That
last
is
month.
lovely coverage to give everybody a credit like that. That's some good journalism right there. I would say.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So a good time was had by Owen. We've got some footage. Look, we start talking about people and then they turn up. Owen's here now. We've heard you singing already this morning. Filomena, bom dia to you.
Olá, beijinhos, Owen.
E abraço, amigo. And bom dia, Filomena, from Mike and Karen there, and celebrating Joshua's birthday. I believe it's Joshua, isn't it?
Yes, Joshua's birthday, yeah.
So parabéns to Joshua there as well. And a few others joining us this morning. Excellent. Before we roll that VT and look at you
And
having some fun.
Congratulations to you too.
Obrigado.
To you.
Oh, lovely birthday this week. Yeah,
Parabéns.
on Monday. It was great fun. It was a bit of a plot twist. What happened was we were heading off to Leiria to go for. Somebody suggested we go eat a very traditional Portuguese bowl of ramen.
Fine, Carlitos. Finally, you pronounce it, Leiria, very well.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know. How about that? It's second nature. I mean, let's be honest, Filomena. People make a right old mess of Leiria, don't they?
No, you used to a few
Yes.
years ago. But
But you-
now you see it comes naturally
Like
and
a
perfect.
Well, thank you so much. Well, there we were at the Gato Preto noodle bar, because you've got the Gato Preto restaurant in Luzão, haven't you? A very famous restaurant. the
Yeah, I
Gato.
think so.
Yeah.
I've never been there, but
You know, I thought that would be one of your haunts there. 'Cause it's a lovely traditional restaurant. This is a traditional Portuguese ramen noodles that we went to. Now, we were meant to go for lunch, but as I went to put some air in the tires to check some air in my pneus. Now, we've got to ask you how to pronounce pneus, I think, with tires here. It's like the French, isn't it? Pneu. And Portuguese, pneus. Tires?
Pneus?
Pneus. Tires.
Pneus? For tires, yes.
Yes.
Pneus.
It's not an easy word. Come on, it's not an easy word.
Pneus.
And it makes my children laugh for some reason when we're passing the big nearest shop. Anyway, needed to put some air in the tires. And as I wiggled the valve, air was coming out of the side of the valve, not the top of the valve. So I thought I can't drive the family to Leiria with this leaky valve. So I went to my lovely tire man, and they replaced the valve for €5, which was amazing. It was a birthday present, really. I mean, I'm sure that was the normal price, but how wonderful that you could get a small repair done and they don't have a big, minimum charge or anything. €5, absolutely wonderful. Shout out to the lads on the Tornado Road going into Caldash. And then we were able to have dinner instead in La Jolla, which was lovely, and a walkabout in the town. So, yeah, a lovely day on Monday. And thank you to everybody who bothered to send me birthday greetings. Really appreciate you. Oh, Mr. S is adding to this.
Pneumatic, yes.
Pneumatical, okay, excellent.
Yes, the whole word, but the whole word is pneumatic, but we say pneu.
As in pneumatics, I suppose. There, yeah, very good. Good morning to you, Mr. S. Bon dia, Filomena. Bonjour, says.
Obrigada.
Well, very good. He has a very sort of northern and traditional turn of phrase, does he not?
It's the eastern, yeah, and northern and eastern.
Wow, we never used to have local and regional accents, did we? Among our expat speakers,
Yeah, he's doing very well.
Yeah, Mr. S is an exemplary student, that's for sure. Yeah, no question about that. So let's say a few more hellos. Sweden, Portugal, Bon dia Alegria from Stockholm this morning. My favorite place to be is VRSA Villarreal de Sant Antonio, of course, as always, especially during, I think that's meant to say summertime, but supper time is also good.
Maybe supper time is also good.
Supper time is the best of all worlds, I would say. So much fun going on in VRSA. Lots of love.
Everywhere, not just in Villarreal. It's everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Summertime, yes.
It was summertime. Okay, so yeah, get those questions in. And let's take a look. I'm going to have to take this big sign down from the screen as we look at the first of a little handful of videos here to see how much fun was had in Miranda de Corvo. This is pretty much a month ago, right, Filomena?
On the 12th of June, yes.
Okay.
Yes, a month ago, more or less.
Turn the volume down a little bit. Right, here we go. Well, and you're able to give us an added commentary as well.
Well, as you can see, there are lots of people watching. This is the main square of Miranda do Corvo, Praça José Falcão. And this year, our tribute was to the Portuguese guitar. You know, that round guitar, Portuguese guitar. So this I tried to find you. We had lots and lots of videos. We have also been filmed by digital TVs and things like that. But I've looked on my mobile for more local recordings, but there are so many. But I chose. So this one, for example, we are listening to the Portuguese guitar.
Yes, and it was a celebration of Carlos Paredes as well.
Carlos Paredes, yeah, 100th anniversary for his birth. Yeah.
And guess where Carlos Paredes was born?
In Coimbra.
Of course, yes, absolutely. Oh, this is great. Which one is Mac? I can't see which skirt is Mac here.
I am the second one on the row here.
Oh, look at this big skirt. Oh, there you are. Yes, I can see you there.
Yeah. A little bit fatter.
Now, your leader has the most incredible. She looks like she's standing on top of a hedge.
Yeah, they're all fantastic. And here you can see, let me see if you, Karen. This is Karen.
Oh yeah, well done, Karen.
Paul is coming here, just passing by. This is Paul.
He's swaying to the music, isn't he? He's feeling it. I think she's drilled you quite hard, hasn't she? Your wonderful leader. Lots of practice went into this, didn't it? How many nights of practice do you think you did?
Well, many nights, and the last weeks, a few last weeks. Oh, here the men are coming now.
Oh, here they come.
Okay, so you have Bucks, for example, Martin and Jessica. I think
finding their partners.
Yeah, Mac was on the other side. Sorry, I forgot what was I saying.
The amount of practice.
Oh yeah.
We're mesmerized here. We're mesmerized.
Yes, yes, we practice a lot. We practice since March, although usually we start in February, but because our leader Lena, she couldn't do it in February, so we started in March. But we practice a lot. Usually twice, sometimes more, three times a week, and usually from 9:30 in the evening until 11:30, more or less like that.
And then maybe a little drinky poo after that.
A little bit, yes, a little bit, and sometimes, yeah, we had some food, and yeah.
Oh, look at this little
And
lad.
and also in the afternoon, because this was in the evening, but in that afternoon we spent the whole afternoon together, and we also had a few drinks, and but the leader was always saying, not too much, not too much.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, not too much. Really?
Not too much drink, not too much.
You're practicing
because,
again tomorrow.
because we had, yeah, no, because
Oh,
we
look,
had
she's
to
working the
perform.
crowd as well now. She's working the crowd.
Yeah, of course, and we had to memorize all the moves, which
Yes.
is not easy,
No,
because sometimes you have a blank. Sometimes you have, oh God, what comes next?
Yes. These two kids are great, aren't they, here, enjoying themselves. Got dressed up, all right?
Look, have you seen the girl jumping in the air?
No.
Look,
Wow! Okay, what's going on there? Be careful.
the man had to grab two girls jumping in the air.
Superb. Oh, what's happening now, Filomena?
What do you mean? What's happening
There's
now?
something. Oh, the big sort of guitar centerpiece.
Oh, the guitars, yeah. So Annie has well, basically, well, not just her, but she has decorated the guitars. The guitars were all made by, the group, not everyone, but part of the group. And then Annie decorated all of them, and she made also lots of the guitars. And so, as I said, this was a tribute to Carlos Paredes and to the Portuguese guitar. So each year we choose a theme, and this year it was Carlos Paredes and the Portuguese guitar.
Very good. Right, and I
Yeah.
think we've got a different angle here, have we?
Yes,
What
we
is-
have.
yeah.
Yes. This is Annie here on the right. At this moment, she still had her shoes on because there was a time when the shoes broke.
Oh no! The show
Yeah,
must
and
go on, though.
it was filmed live. Look at the
What are they
girl
doing?
jumping.
That woman in the back.
Yeah, I'm at the back, and when Annie's shoes broke, it was being filmed live on a digital TV, and
bless
it
her.
was exactly the moment that the shoes just broke. And so here is the Portuguese guitar.
These are great, aren't they? All illuminated.
Yes, with some lights. Yes.
Yes.
There comes Annie and Karen, as you can see.
And he's having a great time.
Yeah, you can tell by Annie's face.
Yeah.
This was another part. This was not in the square. It was before we got to the square, because we performed 3 times in
And
several.
Looks like hundreds, if not thousands, of people came out. So people have come from all
Yeah,
over.
there are lots of people coming, because in the area, it's one of the few places where you can see the marches. So yes, lots of people come from around the Miranda do Porto.
I don't think I'd be able to remember all of the routine.
Yes, you have. That's why we have to practice a lot, because
Yeah, get it in
we
the
have
get it
to
in the memory.
learn, and then we have to remember. And sometimes our leader keeps changing things, so we remember something, and then she changes, and then we have to forget about what we have learned.
And a proper band as well. You've got a real band. That's wonderful as well, isn't it? So who are the? Is that the town orchestra or the school orchestra?
This is part of the Philharmonic Orchestra that they split for the several groups, and so we have some with us to play live for us.
Oh,
So
beautiful.
that, but there were altogether eight, I think eight groups. So they had to split in 8 groups to to
Amazing.
to
What an
join.
incredible sound as well. That's beautiful. We have a question. We've got a bit more video to play, but Mr. S is saying, yeah, what's the official musical instrument in Portugal? Is that Portuguese guitar, is it not?
Well, I think the Portuguese guitar is the most typical from Portugal. Yeah.
Yes, there you go. I don't know what else there might be. Yeah, it's got to be
Guitarra portuguesa, guitarra portuguesa. Although we also have o cavaquinho, the little one,
Yes, that's
cavaquinho.
right. Yeah, that was a
We have the concertina,
yes, the
yeah,
accordion as well.
accordion.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would say the Portuguese guitar is very different from the classical guitar. So I would say that's the most official.
Yeah, and I think when on one of the early visits of the Rolling Stones to Portugal,
Mhm.
they picked up on the sound of the Portuguese guitar as
Yeah,
well.
and Guns N' Roses, for example, when they were in Coimbra last month or so, they also wanted to. Well, the guitar player of Guns N' Roses, he went to Fado Centro, Fado Centro, and he went there. He was passing, and he saw all the guitars in the shop window, and he went in, and he wanted to have a chat about the Portuguese guitar, and he has tried, of course, to play the Portuguese guitar.
Amazing, amazing. I'm reading a little bit of the Wikipedia of Carlos Paredes here, and it says in his first studio album, Guitarra Portuguesa, unsurprisingly called Guitarra Portuguesa, released in 1967. That same year, he played alongside Amalia Rodriguez in her show at the Olympia in Paris by her invitation. Can you imagine Carlos Paredes and Amalia together in Paris? Amalia, who was very impressed with his talent, wished to have Paredes accompany her in her touring band, but Paredes declined. His dad said to him, if you want to be a soloist, you must accompany no one. Sounds like his dad was a bit of a tough agent or manager, perhaps. Still, the two remained lifelong friends. What a lovely friendship, Carlos Paredes and Amalia there. Wonderful. And Andero is joining us as well. Good morning to you. Bom dia, Malta, from Andero. Good to see you.
Olá, bom dia.
Oh, and Jackie as well. Bon dia, gang. Carl, you're looking fab at 20. Oh, thank you so much. I hope you had a fab. It continues, and we're having a party on the 19th. A week tomorrow, our disco and karaoke will happen, and we'll be celebrating all the July birthdays of any Gumpers and people, friends in the town here. So come along to that. All welcome on the 19th of July. Right, let's get back to the video here. I think this is is this an after party thing? Well, you talked before, of course, about how bonding this whole experience is for people who are foreigners and they want to get involved. Are there some Englishmen drinking and singing here? I think
that was before.
Oh, what are they like, the English? All right, let's have a listen to them. Let's see what they got up to.
Somos povo feliz. Com a guitarra vamos cantar. Todos juntos cantando povo. Todos juntos sempre sem parar.
Coppo in hand, of course, and karaoke juice, we call it as well. And a great way they're learning the language by singing, aren't they?
Yeah,
It goes into it.
this was Martin and Amorim. We call him just the surname Amorim. And Martin and Amorim, they were Pedro Amorim. They were singing there, and Martin as you can see, that he was singing perfectly well. So,
Very good.
and
Very
of course, with the drinking and everything, it went very well.
seems to help, doesn't it? People
It does
report
help
this,
you.
don't they?
You relax and you don't worry about anything.
Yes, and people, in their own minds, they can speak Portuguese better, they can dance better, they can sing better with a little bit of Portuguese vinho there. Good morning to you, Michelle, as well. Good to see you.
Olá,
Uh,
Michelle. Beijinhos.
And look at this as well. What a lovely photo. This is so there you go. You
Yes.
see the celebration of the Portuguese guitar, which was the theme of the dance pieces.
And here you have Jessica
yeah,
and Deborah and Karen.
fantastic. Look at Karen in this picture here. Amazing. And she's beautifully framed. She looks like she's got a halo with that guitar shape.
She is exactly in the middle of the
She looks like a
guitar.
saint.
Yeah. Saint Karen.
Saint Karen, you've been canonized live on the Good Morning Portugal show. So thank you so much for sharing the footage and the photos. Fair to say you had a great time. Have we decided what the theme is for next year yet? Or will that
Not
be
yet, not yet. But even if we did, I wouldn't tell you because it's always a secret.
Is it? Okay, it has to be kept
It
from
is
the general
a
public.
secret kept very well kept until next June.
Well, fair enough. No, I can understand that. Right. And looking forward then to the rest of the summer. And we have to say, this is a weird summer, isn't it? It's peeing down here on the Silver Coast this morning. It's a funny summer weather-wise, isn't it?
Well, it was a funny winter as well,
It
with
wasn't
so
just.
much rain.
Yeah.
And we did have more rain than usual.
Okay.
And so, it is a bit awkward. Yeah.
Yeah. Awkward. Yeah. We've got people coming to San Martino to enjoy the summer here. And one day it'll be glorious as they would have expected, and the next day it'll be daylight stay. But then again, it's like this in the morning. It might be completely sunny by this afternoon. You just can't tell, generally speaking, but especially so at the moment. And they're going on a community cycling tour this weekend. OBS followed by a community luncheon party. Absolutely.
Of course.
And a t-shirt, no doubt. There'll be a t-shirt.
Of course, lunch and party. Of course.
And how many pedals will it be costing you on the post to let us know there, Andy? Right, so he's off on a cycling tour. Now, you had 5 suggestions, and I'm going to see if I can remember these. These were your picks for Expats Portugal, for your top tips for the summer, where to visit, where to go. And I think we had Coimbra, your beloved Coimbra. We had
the first one, starting from the north, the first one was Viana do Castelo.
Yep.
Viana do Castelo, and Nossa Senhora da Agonia, or Festas da Agonia, which is from the 12th to the 20th of August.
Very good. Okay, and I'm going to call up some images. It's funny.
I looked all over, and I have so many pictures, and I couldn't find them.
No, I can do it. I've got it. I haven't got your pictures.
But the costumes are so lovely, and it's really and apart from Viana do Castelo, that is always lovely. But the costumes, if you look for Minho costume or Viana do Castelo costume,
it's
Festas da Agonia.
Yes,
Agonia. AGO.
Let's type that in as well, so we get some visuals.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Right. That's right.
That's
I mean, look at those costumes. Absolutely. They are fantastic.
Yes.
They are.
This one is outstanding here.
Yes, yes. That was from last year. This was the poster for last year.
Yes.
And yes, it's always marvelous. And what they carry is gold. Okay,
that's real gold right there, isn't it?
That's real gold. No imitation, is gold. And they are very proud of their family gold, and so it's incredible how much gold is in the street and nothing happens.
Yes, absolutely. And top right there as well, we're seeing I suppose you could call them sort of mandalas, couldn't you? Made with flower petals and rice and other sort of natural products, right? And salt as well.
The salt, yes, salt. Yeah. Salt and flowers, yes.
And
And
then the
they do that on the 19th, I think it is. And then you can visit, of course, the streets on the 20th, because they do it overnight. They start at night, and then the next morning everything is ready.
beautiful. And the holy relics are then brought to the harbour, are they not, and floated out for the Agonia celebration festivity?
Yes, they take the Nossa Senhora da Agonia on the boat,
Yes.
and the image is taken to the boat, and the procession is a very different one, because instead of being done as usual in the street, it's done on the boat.
Wonderful, wonderful. So there we go. We were starting in the north then with your suggestions. Viana do Castelo, a great town to visit any time of the year.
It
Right?
is, yes.
It is extraordinary.
And Nossa Senhora de Santa Luzia, in that some pictures that you showed before, the mountain there, where you have a fantastic view of Viana do Castelo.
Yes.
And so you have to go up. You can drive there. You don't have to climb, but you can drive there and have a fantastic view over the city of Viana do Castelo and the river Rio Lima, and the sea. So you have a fantastic view there.
Yeah, I've got. Let's have a look at this photo of the cathedral there. I mean, that's the Santa Lucia Basilica is known as, right?
Yes, yes.
Isn't this fabulous? If I bring this onto the screen there, look at that shot there, looking out to sea as well. What an incredible commanding position at the top of the hill there, and it does dominate, doesn't it, as the major landmark, of course. Of
Yes.
So there we were, starting in the north. We made our way south. Did we get to Coimbra thereafter, or did we have
Yes.
Viseu, was it?
Yes, I mean, we have spoken about Viana do Castelo, then we have spoken about Viseu.
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 Yes.
It's also a nice city to visit, an old city as well. And in Viseu, you have Feira de São Mateus.
Okay.
And that Feira de São Mateus is over 600 years old. So it's been on for over 600 years.
Not the oldest, though, is it, in Portugal? I mean, it's definitely an old one, but not the oldest, I don't think. We've got.
Yeah, I mean, 600 years, it's a lot, but.
No question. No, yeah, I'm not meaning to undermine their efforts at all there, but I think in Ponte Lima, 900 years old.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Well, of course, the more north you go, the older the country is, right? Because
of course, yes,
the fighting against the Muslims started in the north, and so the north is much older than the south.
Interesting. And then you've got your festivals in the Algarve, which are only like 20 years old. Compared, I'm sure there's some old ones in the
Algarve is just a child.
Just the child of Portuguese culture here, but some lovely shots of Viseu there, which has got a bit of a reputation, I think, a growing reputation for being a bit of a foodie place. Although quite a few people, I think, or quite a few places in Portugal are battling for that title, including
I think everywhere in Portugal.
It's true, isn't it? But I think that they're wanting to claim it in Viseu. I know there's where we were with Hugh. There's a Michelin star opposite him on the other side of the valley from his place. Yeah, very beautiful.
In Viseu, as you can see in one of those pictures, you have beautiful tiles there. So you can see the Portuguese tiles. You have also a fantastic cathedral. And right next to the cathedral, or opposite the cathedral, you have a very good museum, Museu Grão Vasco. Grão Vasco was an artist from Viseu, and so you have the museum, Museu Grão Vasco, that is also worth a visit. And as I said, you can stroll in the narrow streets of Viseu as well, the old streets.
Beautiful.
And so it's a beautiful city to visit. But as I said, starting in August, I don't have the dates here now, but I think, well, it starts in early August and it ends at the end of September, I think it is. I'm sorry, I didn't
No,
do
don't
my
worry.
homework for today.
People can do a bit of their own research as well. You're just pointing us in the right
But it's a Feira de São Mateus. Feira de São Mateus. So if you look for Feira de São Mateus, I'm sure you will find the dates for this year. It's usually August and September.
Good, thank you.
And there you have, for example, you have lots of concerts, music concerts that you can go to, and you just pay, sometimes €5 and things like that.
Very
So-
good. Okay, and then I think on to Coimbra. Let's say hello to Mario on the way to Coimbra, Santana. Who, if you are near Coimbra, you're not too far away from Luso as well.
Luso is also, yes, another beautiful place to visit.
Yes, for sure.
And yes, and you have also the woods that you can visit. They're very, very nice. And in Coimbra area, in the Coimbra region, we have spoken about Cantanhede, Expo Facic,
Yes,
which
indeed.
is Expo for Expo, and Facic because it's Feira de Agricultura, Comércio e Indústria de Cantanhede. That's why Facic.
Yes.
And Expo Facic starts this month, the 31st of July, and goes to the 10th of August.
Very good.
And there you can also buy almost anything. You can buy a car. You can buy
Tractor.
a
Don't
wooden
forget the tractor.
house, a tractor.
Yes.
For example, last year I have bought an electric fence and
Like you do.
for my property because Paulus chickens and ducks and everything, they have been attacked and some
Oh,
were killed.
no.
And
Okay,
so he decided, okay, it's better to fence with electricity, otherwise we can't manage. So we bought it there. So basically you can buy almost everything there in Expo Facic.
And you can protect your chickens and see your favorite bands. I mean,
And see our favorite band there.
the showground here is extraordinary. Look how many people are there. I mean, how many people would you say turn up for the big gigs? Thousands, yeah.
Thousands,
Yeah,
for sure.
amazing.
Thousands, yes.
Facic there. Cantanhede, you might not go there if not for Expo Facic, but it is a charming little town in its own right. Very, very rural, very agricultural, as I recall.
Yes, I mean it's not a big city like Viana do Castelo or Viseu, but it is a nice town, and of course you also have it's the region, the Bairrada region, so
I do.
there is also a few good food,
Yeah,
good food
absolutely.
there, and drinks also.
Very good.
Espumante, so.
I'll
Yes,
stop it.
you have.
No, we'll be having some espumante on Monday night. Because my birthday was last Monday, we delayed the wine club to next Monday. I was serious when I said the birthday celebrations are continuing. We're going to have a bit of a sip on some espumante and some bubbles on Monday the 14th. All welcome to that. And the Expo Facic is fantastic. We've done the Agit Agada. Agada also not far from there, great town. And Expo Parada with our nieces from Lisbon already. Where does Expo Parada happen, Andy? Is that the one that's in Anadia, or is that
probably yes? Probably,
yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
That was the first big festival like that I went to. We couldn't believe it. We lived in the little town of Korea near Anadia, and then they put this thing on, and it went on all week. And you got your wristband; you could go in every day, and it big bands, the tractors, the cars, the electric fences. I bought some industrial footwear whilst I was out having a good evening.
Yeah, as I said, you can buy almost everything. It's like going to Harrods.
It is. It's like an
and
agricultural Harrods.
You can buy a bit of everything, or you can just go for a walk, and you can spend a few hours just looking at the stalls and eating and drinking. There are lots of different kinds of food, and so you can have a drink and relax, and it's a nice way to spend your time.
Oh, whoops! I bought a llama. Don't remember doing that, but I've got a llama in my garden now. The Expo Bairrada is in Oliveira de Bairro. So there you go, just up the road from
Okay.
Anadia. And they have a wine festival in Anadia. So it's like
Well,
it's
there are so
amazing.
many things we
There
lose
are.
track.
Yes. Bom dia, alegria a todos e feliz sexta-feira e bom fim de semana. Muito obrigado, Matt.
Igualmente.
So
Obrigada igualmente.
Mateusz is here. You only have to say his name when he turns up. Mateusz, another saint, has joined us this morning. Brilliant. And that wasn't it. So you mentioned your beloved Coimbra, and I think finally it was Lagoa, wasn't it, that you suggested we might go?
In Coimbra, I also mentioned the art festival
Right,
in
yeah.
Coimbra.
Yes.
And by the way, let me tell you that next weekend, we are having the medieval fair in Coimbra near the old cathedral. So
Ooh,
if you like medieval markets, medieval fairs, you have to come to Coimbra next weekend. So from the 18th to the 20th, it's going to be near the old cathedral, but also in the stairs down to the Arco de Almedina,
yes.
and everything there is going to be full of medieval merchants, and you can have lots of fun there, and learn a little bit of the history, because it's going to be about Dom Dinis and the Rainha Santa Isabel. You might learn a few things about Portuguese history.
That sounds. I mean, what a setting! You'll get such a sense, won't you, of history in the streets of Coimbra, and it maybe take you back to the days when the ships would have come along the Mondego there, and they would be in the quay and bringing their goods up into the old town. It's going to be fantastic, and I will try and find you a link.
Feira Medieval de Coimbra.
Okay, I've got it.
Feira Medieval de Coimbra.
Yes. Yes. And let me just share this on the screen with you, because we've got the main square. And when we were with you in Coimbra for the Expats Portugal trip, I couldn't believe it. I hadn't been into this church, just in the main square.
And you have seen the tiles, right?
Yeah, and I couldn't believe it. I'd walked past it 100 times, but never been in. And we went in on that weekend. It was just absolutely superb. And this is that main square, isn't it? And I'll put
this
the link.
is near the old cathedral. It's I think that is not in that square. It's a little bit up, to
Okay. It is. That's further down, isn't it?
the old cathedral. The near the university, more or less, halfway.
You must go to the old cathedral if you're not unlike me, who just walked past it.
Yes, I couldn't believe it that you had never been.
Yeah, it was. But I mean, to be fair, like many things in Portugal, it is kind of tucked away. It's hidden almost, isn't it? It's so you like blink and you miss it. So I'm so glad you encouraged us in there. So there you go, Matty. There's the link for you. I'm sure you'll have a great time turning up on your motorbike to a medieval festival, bridging the centuries there. Wonderful stuff. Peter's also joined us, of course, this morning. Good morning to you, Pete.
Hola, Peter.
And it's 15 pedals. If you want to go join Andy, 15 pedals will get you a baseball cap, a t-shirt, and some other tats. That's not a very nice way of referring to it, Andy. Breakfast, lunch, soup, porco asado, dessert and drinks. Bit of a misty cycle to Lidl this morning. Sun coming through now. He's living the dream there, cycling to Lidl on a Friday morning. And yes, is the Agonish, is it named after the experience of wearing those costumes in metal in the late August heat? I mean, hats off to them to be wearing all that gold and those layers of fabric. Superb. Mr. S, I like Miranda de Douro, says Mr. S.
In the north, yeah.
Also says, the more north you go, the more you are in Spain. Well, don't get rid of that comment.
Well, if you keep going north and north and north, you end up in Galicia. Yes,
I don't think that's what he means, the cheeky rascal. Vigo, Santiago, and A Coruña. So there you go. Thank you for all the shout outs for lovely places to go. He's also asking, is Chaves worth a visit?
Of course it is.
Of course. What do you think? Right. What stand out in
Chaves? You have the Roman Bridge, for example. You have the thermal waters of Chaves. You have a spa there. You can go to the spa with the thermal water. So yes, you have the castle. You have so much to see.
Okay, so basically,
And you have
yes.
a fantastic restaurant in Chaves that I always love to visit, uh,
Course.
where you don't even choose the menu. You just sit down and wait. They will keep bringing bringing food, and then you don't know. It's always a surprise.
That's kind of medieval, isn't it? You know, you're going to a
Yes, yeah,
tavern,
yeah.
yeah, and you
It's
would have what had been cooked rather than all this fancy choosing your stuff these days. Great
uh,
big flea market car boot on the other side of the river in Coimbra, first Saturday of each month. Thank you, Andy, for mentioning that as well.
yes,
Lots of
yes.
great info this morning, of course, led here by Filomena. And if you've got any questions, language or culture, let's not shy away. Oh, what do you think about these? What are you hearing about the citizenship changes? And I'm sure you're welcoming the idea that people learn more about the culture in this, Filomena.
Well, I haven't had the time to go deep into that matter, but I've just heard that about the 10 years instead of the 5 and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know any other details about that, but I also understand that for lots of people it was a very disappointment. It was a big disappointment.
Mhm.
I understand that, and it shouldn't be retrospective, right? So
Yeah,
it
right.
shouldn't be. It should be something that could start now, but not for the people who are already here. But yeah, it's what
I
can I
think
say?
I think for you as a language teacher, it's going to extend your possible offer because they are talking about a more rigorous citizenship awareness test, which will extend to culture as
Yeah, I mean, we know that in practical terms, lots of people that have now the A2 certificate, they don't know how to speak in Portuguese. So they have attended 150 hours, for example, of language course, those government language courses for free. They have attended 150 hours, but it was not enough for them to develop all the skills and to actually learn. And so uh, I know lots of people that don't uh, don't speak a lot, and they have the A2 certificate. Yeah, but they
yeah.
they tell they themselves, they say, I have the certificate, but I can't speak.
No, my joke is, what does A2 mean? It means I can't speak Portuguese. That's what it stands for. But we shall see. And I think it's great that people will be required to learn more about the culture because it's not as if it's like an unattractive culture to learn about. We can have so much fun learning about Portuguese culture. However, Daniel did say, he was laughing last night. He said, "I don't know how many Portuguese people would pass the Portuguese culture test."
That's true as well. Yeah.
Anyway, I think we're heading to Lagoa now. In conclusion.
Yeah, the coming from the north to the south, we ended up in the Algarve, in Lagoa, and that event was last week. So
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah, it was last because I was speaking, last week. So I mentioned that it was from the 3rd to the 5th of July. So it was
Yes.
last weekend, and it was musical festival and about the World Heritage music. So, for example, Canta Lentejano was one of them, but also other cultures from all over the world. That was the Festival de Artes à Luz das Velas. I think the name was, and they do it once a year, but it was last weekend.
Yes, brilliant. Well, I can have a theory why they may have put on that music festival. It's because every time you type or look up Lagoa, this is all you ever see. Now,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that because, of course, these
No,
people
it's a
are supposed.
beautiful, yeah, Benagil, and yeah,
Yes, but what a fantastic beach that is. But I guess the people of the town are thinking, there's more here than just those
yes, a
beaches.
lot more than just Benagil. Yeah,
Yes, yes. So those are the Ben Caves, aren't they? That you
yes,
see with remarkable sort of skylight Not unlike the not Bomberal, Battaglia open air, the highest roof in the world, Battaglia that you showed me. This is one of the highest skylights. I
Yes,
suspect a lot of people-
that we have seen the highest um, cathedral roof
Roof.
in the world.
It was quite a surprise. There you go. So there's Lagoa as well, which of course is lovely to visit at any time of the year. But they had their music festival as part of
Yeah,
this.
it was last week. Yeah.
As
But
anything else?
I'm sure there will be lots and lots of other things going on.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Superb stuff. Thank you very much. So, not Villanova, Viana do Castelo, Cantaneda, Visio, Coimbra, and Lagoa were your picks, and you can see the whole show on the Expats Portugal YouTube channel. Of course, that was last week. So that's currently up as video of the week. And the citizenship special with Daniel and Rodolfo of Raising Pelicano will be up from this Sunday. Going back to the A1A2 course, Matty did that. I got the A1A2 finished. I do not feel I could handle a conversation in Portuguese, or even worse, a Portuguese phone call. That's the
No
great
hands to explain, yes.
That's the big recently Mrs. M was trying to get into my phone on my behalf, and she locked me out of my phone. So I had to call Vodafone, and I was really proud of myself, because I managed to get the IMI code on an automated service with completely in Portuguese, and reopen my phone. You can't imagine how
Muito bem, Carlitos.
it was so good. It was such a but I do absolutely feel your pain there. And hopefully with the changes that are coming, there will be an emphasis on conversational and everyday situations rather than too theoretical, right?
Yeah, and the main thing is that people do have to have the contact with the language every day.
Yes.
If you don't contact the language every day, I mean, it's very, very hard in terms of foreign language. Learning any language is hard, but Portuguese is very, very hard.
Yes.
And so,
Head to your cafe. Go to your cafe every day. And it's the humor and the jokes. So Natalino at my favorite cafe, I said to him, Posso pagar agora? So normally you would pay after you leaving. So I was in a bit of a hurry. So I ordered my croissant and my pão, my bag of bread. And I said, Posso pagar agora? And he said to me, pagar agora, mais tarde, or amanhã. And the guy next to me, the Portuguese friend in there, said, you've reached a level of trust here now. You've got credit in here. You can pay whenever you want.
Yes, whenever.
And it's those jokes that come, isn't it? It's lovely. And you find yourself, I don't know what's going on here. Yes, I do. Yes, I do understand that. And, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
So
it was just pulling your leg.
Yeah, exactly. And I love it. Absolutely love it. It's a sort of sign of, you belong. If people are bothering to have a laugh at you, you're in the club. You join the gang. The kids are heading to. This is another one we must talk about. Is it a big one? Is it one of the big? It's not the Tabuleiros show, is it? This year?
No. Tabuleiros is in 2 years, in 27.
Okay, but every year there is something of a Templar festival.
Oh, there is, and there is also the o Festival das Estátuas Vivas, Life Statues Festival.
Oh, excellent! Yes.
There is always a lot going on in Tomar as well. Yes.
Okay, Doug and Lena Selway from in and around this community. They're often at the Living Statue festivals. I saw them at the one. It wasn't Anadia. It wasn't Cantanhede. It was Meliada. Yeah. That's another little festy there as well. Matty, I will start the B1, B2 end of this year. Very good. I think I do not ever need a citizenship, as I already have an EU citizenship anyway. So well done, Matty, for doing that. It is the time that your biker events and interaction in the village, it will come, Matty. biker events. I think the Portuguese made a video about how great it is, or was it Gary? No, Gary on his midweek show was talking about what a great country it is if you're interested in motorbikes and you're a biker. Great country to, and that was
Yeah,
his.
you have lots of clubs everywhere. There is a club, and you can join the club and then ride with them all together. Usually Sunday mornings, or
Yes.
they do regular rides.
Yeah, that was a Gavo talking about the Mortards and the clubs of biker clubs are very strong, I think, in central Portugal. Goiás, Arganil, they have biker festivals over there, don't they?
Yes.
I love this, Matty. I'm not learning Portuguese to be a citizen, but to communicate with the Portuguese in their language, which, in my humble opinion, is the best reason to learn a language. Absolutely. Great sentiment. Thank you for being here this morning, Matty. We're drawing to a close here. Any closing comments? We'll have a final sing-song. We'll go back to the Brit and the Portuguese man singing together whilst enjoying a beer. We'll finish with that. But any closing comments from you, Filomena? Thank you so much for being with us. Very educational, informative show today.
No, I just wanted to say that the places or the events that I referred to were just because this summer you can still visit those places. And so, of course, there are lots and lots of other places with also lots of other events. But, of course, I have chosen those that I consider it's worth a visit. And you have so many things in Portugal going on that it's even hard to pick which one to go. So have fun and don't worry too much about not being able, because sometimes you think, oh no, I'm not able to have a conversation, but you are able to. So don't worry too much, and do as Martin, grab a glass of wine, drink it, and then you'll sing. You will be fluent in Portuguese. No time.
In your own mind, you certainly will be. So this is the way to do it. What a great way to do it as well. Filomena, bom fim de semana. Muito obrigado. Thank you so much for being here.
Bom fim de semana e bom verão. Até ao próximo mês.
Excelente. Igualmente. E obrigado. A todos. Here we go.
Beijinhos, beijinhos.
Sing song on the way out here.
Viva sempre o nosso fado, somos um povo feliz. Com a guitarra vamos cantar, todos juntos cantando o povo, todos juntos sempre sem parar. Olé!
Olé! Excellent. Bye, everybody. Bom fim de semana. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
In Portugal, there's a YouTube show full of fun facts you need